Shane Waldron, the Bears offensive coordinator, is meeting with the media for the first time since the game. Now, you mentioned the handoff to the backup center. According to reporters, this is from Jason Leisure of the Sun-Times, Bears offensive coordinator Shane Waldron stands by his decision to hand off to backup offensive lineman Doug Kramer for his first NFL carry at the goal line in the fourth quarter with the game on the line. Says he was confident in the call and would call it again if he got a chance to do it over. Ryan Leaf, your thoughts?
So when I did stupid stuff, I didn't own up to it either. And my ass was out of the league pretty quick. So he might want to learn from my dumb thinking. Like, just own it. Bad call. Stupid thing to do in that situation. Get the win, hand it to the guy who's leapfrogging people, running through people, running by people by the name of DeAndre Swift, or use it with your dual threat quarterback. It just, come on, man. Why you double down on that stuff? I just don't get it. I do get it because I did it too. Okay. You know, there's an ego thing. You believe you are smarter than the people asking you the questions. You are the ones that are in the room making the decisions, and don't second question me or
oh my goodness,
all of that stuff. And so, no, this was an inappropriate call at the most inappropriate time. And the exact thing happened, which should have happened, when a center who's never carried a ball before is at the goal line and gets hit immediately when the ball is handed to him. You fumble the football, okay? You can't replicate that in practice. You don't hit enough in practice. So, no, Shane, just swallow it and go, my God, was I stupid. I cost ourselves a real chance to be dominant, and I'll be better next time.
What's crazy? What's crazy about this is now I'm scared to hear his answers on the repeated, like the 3rd down and 5, where Caleb just kind of scrambles forward, run. There was no passing there. I'm worried about the entire philosophy now based on his answer, right, Ryan? If you're watching,
I do think this was self-preservation. I do think this was like, hey guys, I'm the smart one, you're the stupid ones. I know what I'm doing. Shut up. Jeez. I think it's bravado. I don't think for a moment, if he went from the 30,000-foot view of everything, if he was, in the drone watching it all play out and go, he would be going, whoa, what was I thinking? That is not smart. I'll do better next time. I don't know why we do this. I don't know why we,
for our amusement, apparently,
as professional individuals, when we get to this level, we think we are flawless. There's a Superman complex to it. Like, you learn from years of experience. It just has to happen for you in a way that you have to struggle through it, I guess. And unfortunately, that's why it's so refreshing to see those step to the mic and step to the plate, having not had to gone through any of that. Like when Tebow for the first time at Florida, when they lost to Mississippi, he steps up to the mic and just goes, hey, my bad. I'll work harder than anybody ever. It will never happen again. Like, that is like true leadership. And I don't know why the stigma of what a true man or a true leader is, why we were fed this bill of goods of what a true leader is. That's what a true leader is. A guy that goes, you know what?
I
made a bad decision. I was wrong. I'll be better next time. And it's just, it happens over and over and over and over again. We see it all the time. I wouldn't be surprised if, I feel like in that coaching room, I think there's a bunch of them around that when they hear what he said today, maybe they all kind of talk to him and go, hey, this is a perfect opportunity for you to jump up and go, you know what? After second thought, I liked the play call. We worked on it during the week. I can't tell you why I chose to do it then. That was the mistake on my part.
Right, Ryan, as a former player, what would your response be if you were on the bench? I guess we're going to find out, but that's why it's crazy to me.
Well, players always, I remember, covering the Chargers the last few years with Brandon Staley, and, in Detroit last year too. Like, all the players after the NFC Championship were like, that's who we were all year long. So we're riding what Coach Campbell does. But every game's different. And that was the NFC Championship game. Just attempt the field goal. I don't care if it's gotten you there all year long. This is not week 6 against the Bears, right? It's different. So players tend to go, oh, I'm glad he had faith in us to execute and get it done. You probably want some more behind the doors conversation, you know, with guys going like, yeah, what the hell was that? I mean, we have DeAndre Swift, who just turned into an animal here in the second half. Why isn't he toting the rock into the end zone? You know, we have a dual threat quarterback that makes people look foolish on the defensive side, going around and around in circles sometimes to pick up a couple yards. And you give it to a center who's never carried a ball before. I mean, if anybody else in the world but Shane, the one that called him and the one that feels like he's the one on the defensive side of things, I think everybody gives the answer that they're supposed to give. Yeah, bad call. Be better next time.